Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The European Union is going to ban the sale of new cars soon. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. The EU has announced that they're going to ban the sale of new gas-powered cars in 2035. We believe that many people still don't realize the insanity of that decision or that order. Why is that? Well, let us explain it to you. Here are just a few of the reasons. First of all, the vast majority of people around the world cannot afford to purchase an EV that costs more than twice what a gas-powered vehicle costs. Secondly, the power grid in Europe and the US is already failing under the current demand for electricity. What do you think will happen when they start demanding that everyone have an EV and everybody start charging their EVs at home and out on the road? Well, I'll tell you what will happen. They will quickly exceed the energy capacity of the power grid, and this will cause blackouts for everyone. That means that homes and businesses will suffer blackouts on a regular basis. Then they're going to start limiting when you can charge, what hours of the day you can charge your vehicle, and how much electricity you can consume each day while attempting to charge your vehicle or your vehicles. Imagine if you have 2 or 3 vehicles, EVs. Does that mean they're going to ration all of the charging for all of those vehicles? That's the kind of insanity that's coming. The answer is yes, they will start rationing electricity like some cities and states are already rationing drinking water. I'll make a prediction. We predict that once more people realize how difficult it is to find a charging station for their car that's not being used, then the shock of what's happened will start to dawn on people. I'm already hearing that on any given day, more than half of the charging stations in Los Angeles don't work, and this is causing huge delays for people. Once they realize how badly the range of their EVs drop across the country during the cold weather months, then that will freak people out even more. Once they realize that a few years after purchasing their EV, they'll have to purchase another battery for $5,000 or $10,000, that's going to be a huge shock to their wallet. Once they realize that the older and weaker their car batteries become, the faster their vehicle will depreciate. Its value will just go down dramatically. The acceleration of the value drop for these vehicles is another thing that is going to be shocking to people. So what about people who can't afford an EV? Well, tough luck. That's what the regulators are effectively saying. They want to force as many people to buy an EV as possible. But once more people start buying it and seeing how problematic the range of these EVs are, how problematic the loss of power during cold weather months is, then people will start to panic. So what do you think is going to happen when the major players and hedge funds start seeing how much of the value of used cars are increasing? Then they'll start buying them en masse and driving the prices up even faster. We suspect they will double or triple the cost of a used car at that point. So when that happens, when millions of people can't afford to buy an EV or a gas-powered used car, what do you think is going to happen at that point? Well, we suspect that car companies will start trying to rent or lease cars to people who can no longer afford to purchase them new or used. Now, this is already planned for the EU, but you know how this works. First, the idiots on one continent roll out a crazy and corrupt idea like this, and then the idiots on our continent will try and do the same. I suspect that if they try and force Americans who can't afford an EV to pursue other super expensive options, then the political blowback will be enormous. By the way, there's something else to keep in mind and consider. You know all those transportation and delivery companies and Uber and Lyft drivers that require gas to make their deliveries or do their work now? Well, this will complicate their lives enormously and will probably put a lot of them out of business. Why is that? Well, because most companies cannot afford to buy an all new fleet of EV vehicles. It just costs too much money. The same thing with individuals. Most people cannot afford a new vehicle. That's just the reality. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up. So make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. With that, I want to thank you once again and say we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.